Welcome to Salesforce for End Users, presented by Omni Consultants, designed to help new users navigate Salesforce. In today's video, we'll be going over all things Salesforce Reports. The Salesforce Reports function is a valuable way to gain insight on the data within Salesforce. By the end of this video, we'll learn how to access existing reports and create new reports, the components of building and customizing a report, including adding fields and filters, how to export and subscribe to reports. This video will be much longer than our previous videos, so here are the timestamps to the sections we will be discussing. Please note that there are several permissions related to viewing, running, saving, and even exporting reports, plus more. Your company may limit some of your functionality. To get started, navigate to the Reports tab. This can be done by searching for reports in the app launcher, or by clicking reports in the navbar if present. By default, we are presented with recently viewed reports. In this view, we can see high-level information about the report, such as the report's name, any descriptions added, and the folder where it is stored. We'll get to folders in a moment. On the left-hand side of the screen are some quick access links for locating reports, such as looking at reports or folders created by you. Folders are where reports are stored. Each folder determines who can view or even edit the reports within. The public reports folder is accessible by everyone. The private folder is accessible by only you, and any other folder has custom access levels set by your system administrators. To access a report, simply click on the report's name. This will open the report and display data configured to the report's parameters. Please note that record and field visibility is factored into these reports, so if you do not have access to certain records or fields, they will be hidden from you on this report as well. Instead of getting into the components on an existing report, we are going to build a new report. To do this, click the New Report button on the Reports tab. We are asked to select a report type. Report types determine which object or objects will be displayed in this report. We can report on multiple objects in a single report. However, those objects must all be linked. For example, we can report on accounts and opportunities, or accounts and cases, but we cannot report on opportunities and cases because there is not a direct connection. Additionally, multi-object report types may limit report results only to parent records that have at least one child record. For example, let's look at opportunities with products. If Opportunity A has at least one related product record, then it will show up on the report. Opportunity B, however, doesn't have any products, and therefore will not show up on the report. Report types can get more complex, such as being customized to fit business needs, but we are only going to focus on a standard report type in this video. One final item to note about report types: once the report type is chosen, it cannot be changed. Once the appropriate report type is identified, select it and click Start Report. We are now brought to the Report Editor screen. There are several main components to this screen: the report name and report type, action buttons such as Undo, Redo, Save, and Run, the Outline tab where we select which fields to display, the Filters tab where we narrow down results, and the Preview window where we see an abbreviated number of results based on our configurations. In the top left shows the report's name and report type. The name can be edited here. However, it can also be set or changed using the action buttons. The action buttons are used to save the report, run the report, and take other actions. The Properties tab allows us to update the report's name, description, and the folder where the report is saved. The Add Chart button, though currently unavailable, can be used to create a visualization of the report if configured a certain way. We'll circle back on the Add Chart button later. The Outline tab determines which fields are displayed in the report. and in which order. Adding fields to the Groups section will group records based on common values in the selected field. Up to 3 row groupings can be set on a report. The Columns section is for fields that need to be displayed but are not grouped. There are 2 ways to add a field to the Outline section. The first way is by typing the field's name in the search bar and then clicking on it. The field will be added to the end of the report. Alternatively, fields can be selected by expanding the bar on the left-hand side of the report editor and then clicking and dragging the desired field to the report. To remove a field, click the X icon on the right-hand side of the field's name. To remove all fields, click the drop-down next to Columns and select Remove All Columns. Fields can also be rearranged by clicking and dragging the necessary field up or down. Some fields will be placed on new reports by default, but they can be rearranged or removed as needed. Some fields will be highlighted blue in the Outline section. These are known as summarizable fields. If needed, we can have the report calculate basic metrics on these fields, such as sum, average, maximum, or minimum value. If we have any row groupings, these will also be summarized at each grouping level. If we want to add a chart to this report, we will need at least 1 row grouping. If there are no summarizable values in the report, the chart will default to showing the number of records in each grouping. Otherwise, it can display whatever summarizable fields we have selected. Next up is the Filter tab. The Filter tab allows users to narrow down their report results. On every new report, there are at least 2 filters present. The Show Me filter narrows down results based on record ownership. The second filter is normally a date-based filter, narrowing down results to a certain time. Both filters can be removed by setting them to fully open parameters, which is achieved by setting the Show Me to all records and the Time filter to all time. Like adding fields to the outline, we can add fields to the filters. This is achieved the same way by either searching for the field in the search box or clicking and dragging from the left-hand side. When a field is selected, we are presented with a filter configuration. Select the operator and set the parameter, such as billing state equals CA. Click Apply. Repeat this process for all needed filters. What happens when we need more complex filtering, such as if we want to show California accounts or direct accounts? We can do this by leveraging filter logic. First, add all the necessary filters. Next, click the drop-down next to Filters and select Add Filter Logic. This will do 2 things. First, it will assign each added filter a numerical value. Second, it will open a text box. This text box allows us to edit the filter's logic using and or functionality. Back to our example. Billing state is number 1 and type is number 2. We see that both filter criteria must be met to be displayed in the report. Changing that and to or means that either criteria can be met in order to show up. As we have been updating the report's outline and filters, the preview pane may or may not be updating in real time. If we toggle Update Preview automatically, the report's preview will be updated or not with each change. Please note, however, that setting this toggle to on may result in some loading times. When viewing the preview, we only see an abbreviated number of records, anywhere between 20 to 50 results. To see the full list of records, we'll need to run the report. This can be done by either clicking the Run button or the Save and Run button. At the top of the report, we are presented with the number of records, as well as any summarizable fields selected. If this report has more than 2,000 records, then only the first 2,000 will be displayed here. Finally, let's go over the actions we can take on a run report. The subscribe function will email the report to us on a recurring basis. We can set the frequency, time, and other recipients on the subscription. We can even set a rule to only email if certain criteria are met. There is a limit to how many reports a user can subscribe to, so use this feature sparingly. There is also the ability to export the report as an Excel file. The formatted report option will make the Excel file look almost identical to the Salesforce report, whereas the details only option provides the data in a simple table. This video only scratches the surface on reporting functionalities, but the sections we discussed should allow most end users to create effective reports. For more Salesforce videos, be sure to like and subscribe to Omni Consultants, and if you need Salesforce or AI assistance, check us out at omniconsultants.com.